So today we're going to dive into a really powerful idea from Alina Chamberlain's She Who Awakens, and it's all about mastering anger. We're going to look at how we can stop letting it control us and instead, actually turn it into a source of strength and health.
Okay, let's just start with a question, and I bet this one's going to feel familiar to a lot of you. Have you ever felt that simmering frustration that you just can't voice? Maybe because you were taught to be nice, right? To not make waves. That unspoken anger, it can feel like this heavy, heavy weight, and it's a feeling so many of us carry.
And that's really the core of it, right? That unspoken anger, it isn't just sitting there quietly. It's an active, toxic force that is slowly, quietly deconstructing our health and our partnerships. This isn't just about feeling bad in the moment. It's about the real, tangible damage it can cause over time. So let's really unpack this. Why is this weight so damaging? We're going to explore the real cost it has on our well-being, and more importantly, figure out what it actually looks like to live without it. So what's the goal? Well, the idea is to become what's called an open system. Now, instead of bottling everything up inside, like some kind of pressure cooker, just imagine yourself as an open channel. Emotions, even the really tough ones like anger, can just flow through you without getting trapped and turning toxic. That flow, that's the absolute key to our emotional health.
And believe me, this is not just in your head. The consequences of swallowing that anger are incredibly specific and physical. It shows up as a racing heart, as chronic headaches, as those sleepless nights after a fight. That constant fatigue, that tension you feel in your jaw, your shoulders, your brow. Your body is absolutely keeping score.
Okay, so how do we start releasing that pressure? The very first practice is this powerful, immediate tool you can use absolutely anywhere to find calm, even in a really heated moment. And it all starts with your breath.
Okay, so this is called diaphragmatic breathing. It's a super simple technique, and it's designed to literally switch your body out of fight or flight mode. By just focusing on the count and feeling your belly rise and fall, you send a direct signal to your nervous system that says, hey, I'm safe. And here's the secret sauce, that longer exhale. That's what tells your body it is okay to relax.
And this is where the mental magic happens. It's not just about calming your body. What you're doing is actively breaking that obsessive loop of angry thoughts. You know the one I'm talking about. By giving your brain this simple, calm pattern to follow, you're essentially short-circuiting the storm that's raging inside. All right, next up, we're going to go a little deeper. We're targeting the way that anger gets stored in our very muscles. The book uses this perfect metaphor for it, calling our body a physical fortress of tension. This next exercise, this is how we start to lower the drawbridge. It's a really simple, focused meditation. You're not trying to empty your mind completely, but instead, you're going to systematically scan your body and just release. You start at the top of your head and consciously relax every single muscle group, moving all the way down to your feet. And using calming sounds gives your mind a steady frequency to lock onto, which makes it so much easier to stay present. But here's the most powerful part. You pair this affirmation with your breath. As you exhale, you just repeat this to yourself. And it's so much more than just words. It's an act of reprogramming your mind. You're consciously guiding the anger out, and you're shifting your own story from being a victim of your emotions to being completely in charge of them. Now for our third practice. This one is a powerful ritual. It's designed for those moments when your emotions are just boiling over, and you desperately need a safe way to get them out without, causing any damage to your relationships. This ritual is called the sacred letter. And the most important rule is this: no censorship. None. Write it all down. Every single hurtful word, every resentment. Then comes the physical release, which is just as crucial. You transfer all of that intensity into the paper by tearing it, scribbling on it, stomping on it, or even safely burning it. You're giving all that venom a physical exit. And as you finish the ritual, you say this out loud. It's this incredibly powerful declaration to yourself. You are actively, consciously choosing to let go of this weight. You're signaling to your entire being that this energy has been processed and it's done.
So when you start mastering tools like these, something really profound starts to happen. We move from being purely reactive to our emotions, and we step onto what the book calls the adult path. And this is where our true influence and power really live.
And this is just such a powerful way to reframe things, isn't it? True influence isn't about being the loudest person in the room or the most aggressive. It's about composure. The ability to stay centered and in control of your own emotional state is so much more persuasive than any angry outburst could ever be.
I mean, look at this. The choice is laid out so clearly. On one side, you have the destructive patterns so many of us fall into. You know, the stonewalling, the emotional eating, exploding over that one last straw. And then, on the other side, you have the adult path, seeking compromise, using these healthy release tools we just talked about, giving yourself space to sleep on an issue. It's a deliberate shift from pure reaction to conscious intention.
And you know, what's really beautiful about this is the ripple effect. When you take responsibility for your own emotional state, you're not just helping yourself, you are leading by example. Your calm becomes this unspoken invitation for your partner and for others around you to find healthier ways to manage their own emotions too. You literally set a new, higher standard for the entire relationship.
So, let's just end with this one powerful idea. Think of your emotional state as your master frequency. By learning to tune it, to master it, you hold the power to transform not just your inner peace, but your physical health and your most important relationships. So the question is, what will you choose to transform?